I also don't like public speaking. Buenas tardes. Good evening. I'd like to introduce myself with the name my mom gave me, Eugenia Denise Canabet Valenzuela. That's a mouthful, especially when you start school in a new country. In Seattle Public Schools, I attended 3 different elementary schools, 1 middle school, and 4 different high schools until I found Middle College High School at Seattle University through my friend. I never put much importance on school. Growing up, I loved acting and planned on being an actress. I never thought I'd be in high school. I used to tell myself, like, high school, I don't need it. I'm going to be a Disney star by then. I was very, let's just say, imaginative as a kid. I had to go to 4 different high schools before I felt like I fit in. I never, sorry.
Got it.
I never felt like I fit in most of them. It wasn't until I went to middle college that I felt like I could be myself. I was accepted immediately by everyone. I never felt that in a school before. One of the reasons school wasn't important to me was because I never felt accepted by my teachers. I was very quiet, fidgety, and imaginative and stubborn. I was diagnosed with dyslexia at 7 years old. I couldn't read until I was 8. Most teachers saw me as a project they could try to fix, but eventually failed. They would always say to me, Denise is a very smart kid, but she would never do her work. I spent most of my time daydreaming. They never cared to look beyond the surface. I was almost 4 years old when I came to this country and started school at 6 years old. Sorry, because of my dyslexia, I keep losing my spot. And having my life change in the blink of an eye growing up really took a toll on me in my earliest years here. My mom would make me watch a lot of TV and a lot of movies, and I think that's why I spent most of my time daydreaming. I learned the language quickly, but I still struggled in school. I had a lot of roadblocks growing up. I didn't have a support team behind me. I had very few people believing in me, and as I got older, I became worse. I would skip class or not attend school altogether, because just like the others didn't believe in me, I began to not believe in myself. I had a counselor a couple of years ago. He was evaluating my grade and counting my credits. He told me there was no hope and that I should just drop out, and I did. That was honestly the darkest point in my life. For a while, I began to isolate myself. I felt like a failure. I felt like my parents had worked so hard in this country only for me to fail them. It wasn't until a friend of mine told me about Middle College, a small alternative school that she attended. I thought about going back to school again. She told me she could help me sign up and get an interview. Immediately, I got in, but I let my old habits follow me. I would skip class or not attend school. I quickly realized that would not be permitted in this school because Shala would call me every morning of every day, asking me if I was going to attend school. I'm gonna be honest, Shala, I declined the first couple of months. It wasn't until a teacher named Steve started working there that I became more responsible for my actions. Because Steve was the type of teacher who would never want to see you fail. He would pressure me to do better because he knew I could. For once, I felt like a teacher really believed in me, and I am thankful for that every day. I gave him the same kind of pressure back by always nagging at him and asking him how I could be a better student and what I need to do to be better. Another roadblock of mine was my family and how No matter what, they are always my top priority. I am one of 5 kids, and I am the oldest girl. I'm the second oldest, and I have 3 younger siblings, 2 girls and 1 little boy. And while everyone was having a carefree summer, I couldn't. I had to stay home and take care of my siblings. And not only that, but I couldn't stay after school. I had to pick them up, and it was one of my biggest responsibilities. And I had to sit down with my mom and tell her that if she really wants me to continue school and succeed, that I can't have this burden on me, and she agreed. I told her that I will be a much better role model for my younger sisters. That if I went to school every day, despite the distance, because I live in Federal Way. It takes me an hour every morning to get to school, but I knew that if every morning I woke up and got to school despite the distance, that would be a better example for my sisters than if I stayed home. In summary, middle college not only helped me, it saved me. It opened up sides of me that I thought could never come out. Every teacher brought out a different side of me. Laura taught me patience and kindness. Charlotte taught me that I could be a better artist and to believe in myself and to be a more positive person. Steve taught me to be a very hardworking person, and even though I feel like I've hit the wall, to keep going because he knows I can. We all have roadblocks in our life, but if we learn to never let them define us. And if you feel like the whole world is giving up on you or doesn't believe in you, it doesn't matter, because they are not you. What you believe of yourself is far more important than what the world does. You have to fall down 7 times and get up 8 because you don't know what the future holds. I know that if you believe in yourself, you're bound to more than just greatness, but self-improvement. I thank you all for coming here. I know the graduates here had their own set of roadblocks, whether it was family, school, or self-doubt. Let me say, look at us. Despite it all, we're all here today celebrating our success. I wish all the graduates great success, because I know we can do it.
That's a tough act to follow.